Modern smartphones have essentially reached a height of excellence, and in doing so, manufacturers have to find new ways to push new frontiers. And with that in mind, Samsung made kind of a marvel of mobile technology. And in today's video, we are pitting here the S25 Edge against what many consider to be the best phone money can buy today. Its own big brother, the Galaxy S25 ULTRA. Now, the Edge here promises more than power, some compromises, features. But is it enough to convince people who were considering the S25 ULTRA to actually pull the trigger and go for the S25 Edge? Let's go ahead and find out. Now, first things first, the answer to the question, which phone is better, can be straightforward, but also not that straightforward if you think about it. So it all depends, right? These are two very different phones that are seeking to accomplish very different things. The S25 ULTRA here is pretty much the only phone that you need. This phone is all about business. Not literally, but this is the most practical phone you can get your hands on, right? It has everything. The S25 Edge is not built for the same crowd as the S25 ULTRA. This is the thinnest phone that Samsung ever made. In fact, it's one of a few super thin phones you could get your hands on, right? Your other options would be to go for foldable phones in order to get something this thin. Meaning this video is not necessarily to tell you that one phone is better than the other, but it's more to give you enough information for you to pull the trigger in case you were considering either one of these two phones. Now, with this being said, let's go ahead and keep it straightforward. If you are in the market for either one of these two phones and you happen to be a power user, you need something that's going to give you top performance, the best battery you could get, the best camera you could get, the best everything you can get, then the Galaxy S25 ULTRA is no doubt the phone that you should be going for. However, if you are in the market for a compact flagship top-level display, fast performance, excellent camera versatility, minus the telephoto, and say you value AI tools, video-centric features, and future-proof software support, then the Edge is the one to go for. We can keep it that simple. If you're looking for a lightweight phone and you happen to be working from home where you constantly have your charger with you, go for the Edge. But if you're just looking for the best phone that money can get, it is the ULTRA. With that being said, let's go ahead and move on to what they look like physically. They are very different, right? The S25 ULTRA is a slightly larger phone. It's heavier, it's thicker, right? It has more cameras. I'm just kind of flying over the physical features of this phone here. It has an S Pen, which is something that is not available on the S25 ULTRA. It has more cameras on the back there, specifically 4 cameras as opposed to 2 cameras on the S25 Edge. Here on the S25 Edge, you only have that 200 megapixel main sensor and a 12 megapixel selfie camera, whereas the S25 ULTRA, you do have that same 200 megapixel main sensor, a 10 megapixel telephoto, and a 50 megapixel periscope telephoto, and another 50 megapixel ultra wide camera. And on the front, of course, for the selfie, you also do have a 12 megapixel camera. And in terms of cameras, based off my personal experience, picture quality is better on the S25 ULTRA here. Again, that could just be me, but I was not particularly impressed by the picture quality on the S25 Edge. Not because it was bad, but simply because I'm used to the picture quality of the S25 ULTRA. Moving on to the platform here, they both are pushing the Snapdragon 8 Elite, so super powerful chipset along with 12 gigs of RAM. So when it comes down to heavy tasks, both of them are going to plow through heavy tasks with zero lag. No issue whatsoever. It doesn't matter whether it's editing, gaming, or multitasking, whatever the case may be, it will plow through them. However, given the thickness of this phone here, which, by the way, believe it or not, there is a vapor chamber in this phone, still find the Edge to get warm for extended gaming sessions, or if you're doing heavy projects for a long period of time. It's going to get slightly warm. It doesn't seem to affect the performance. It still seemed to plow through things without any problem, except the phone gets warmer than the S25 Ultra here would. As far as the display goes, on the S25 Edge here, you do have a 6.7-inch AMOLED display, right? This is an LTPO AMOLED display, 120 hertz refresh rate, of course, peak brightness at 1750 nits, so it is really bright. The problem here, the problem that I have with this display is that it doesn't have that anti-glare coating that you have on the S25 Ultra. Now, that being said, it is an absolutely gorgeous display. Watching movies here, watching videos, scrolling, social media, all of that good stuff, you will love it. You definitely will enjoy it here. When it comes down to glare, right, if you're in a room full of lights everywhere, you're definitely gonna have that reflection there. And speaking of glare, on the S25 Ultra, you do have a 6.9-inch display here, anti-glare coatings, beautiful display, larger, right? So you get to be a bit more immersed than you would on the S25 Edge here. Peak brightness here at 2600 nits, so much brighter than the S25 Edge. Although when you put them side by side, the Edge just feels like it's brighter. I'm pretty sure it's, the brightness is being muted by the fact that you have an anti-glare coating here. But anyways, 2600 nits of peak brightness. This is also an LTPO AMOLED, I should say a dynamic LTPO AMOLED display here. High refresh rate at 120 hertz, of course, inky blacks, just like it is the case here. Beautiful, sharp displays. Moving on to battery here, and this is where the biggest compromise took place on the Edge. You have 3900 milliamp hour battery as opposed to a 5000 milliamp hour battery. And I can tell you straight up that battery life, you can't even compare. It's yeah, the S25 Ultra is way ahead. Again, as I mentioned earlier, this is for power users. If you're the type that doesn't want to stop in the middle of the day to recharge your phone, the S25 Ultra is the way to go because the battery is really good. And on top of that, you get up to 45 watt, that's fast charging, right? You also get 15 watt wireless charging along with a 4.5 watt reverse wireless. Whereas on the Edge, you only get 25 watt wired, right? So 25 watt wired, 45 watt wired. And then you get 15 watt wireless here. Well, actually on both, you get 15 watt. Then you get reverse wireless at 4.5 as opposed to no reverse wireless charging here. So when it comes down to battery, not even comparable. This is just a better phone. Now, this is not a full review. I've made full reviews of these two phones, so you can go ahead and watch those if you want more details on either one of these two. This video is to give you more information so that you can decide which one to go for. As I mentioned, if you're a power user, don't even hesitate, just go for the S25 Ultra here. It has everything. And on the other hand, if you are looking for a compact, lightweight phone and you don't mind charging in the middle of the day, then go for the S25 Edge, $1,100 versus $1,300. Again, it depends on what you need. If you're a phone enthusiast like myself, you'll probably go for the, novelty, right? It's just a cool phone. It's light, it's so different, right? So if you're one of those people just trying new things, then the S25 Edge here might be the one for you. I'm certainly hoping that this was informative. Let me know in the comment section what your take is on either one of these two phones here. Have you used, have you played with any of them? Are you planning on grabbing one? Let me know in the comment section. I'm also gonna have some links in the description there if you would like to go ahead and check out what the latest discounts are on this phone. Don't forget, of course, to share the video. Make sure to like, subscribe if you haven't done so already. I will catch you in the comment section like I always do. I'm also going to catch you in the next video. Up until that next video, of course, as always, stay safe out there.